educated.
All right, man. I found this article. Let's take a long story. So Bill Simmons, he used to be pushed pretty hard on ESPN, very, very hard on ESPN, and a lot of people just didn't like him, so they pulled him. So he did his own little podcast or whatever um, for those who don't remember. So at one point, podcasting was frowned upon. You know, a lot of these very same people that were um that were shitting on podcasts, now they become podcasters to reboost their careers. Cam Newton was one of those guys who was shitting on I don't say was shitting on them, but came back down, did podcasts, got his numbers up, and then got signed to ESPN. So that's what it is, man. But Bill Simmons has been doing his own thing. He had a podcast, and he had an interesting thing to say about the great Cade Cunningham, which he did ball out last night versus the Wizards. They fucking lost on my birthday, but they banned me from Little Caesars. Yeah, they lost like 10 in the last 10 games I went through this season, or some 5 to 10 games through this season. They lost every last one of them. So they told me not to come back. Swear to God. I agree with them too. I'm not coming back this season. Yeah. Well, let's go.
I don't know how many more.
So if you had to pick two of Edwards, Brunson, Cade, if you're going to go traditional, how would you rank those three just with the all NBA seasons they're having? Because I would have Brunson, Cade, Edwards third. Because I think what Cade's doing on Detroit is unbelievable.
Yeah. I would say, though, like
I get the Ant thing. Ant stats are great. Records are out there. It's
all right. So that was him. He said he would have Cade all second team if they went traditional. Me, I'm a huge Anthony Edwards fan. I will say that. I'm a huge Anthony Edwards fan. He is my favorite NBA player right there with Damian Lillard. Ironically, they just so happen to be two Adidas athletes. But they're my favorite players. I love Cade too. He up there. But yeah. It's interesting, Minnesota, we'll pull all this stuff up in a minute. Minnesota, I'm pretty sure they still in the mix somewhere, right? Let me see where Minnesota's at in it, because we want to be objective. I got so many damn tabs open. So let me see this. So let's see if Minnesota's at out west. So we sitting here so Minnesota is sitting at 6 out west, 38 and 29. We 37 and 30, so it's a little slightly better. And then he said Bronson, the Knicks, they 42-23, they rolling this season. And then you go to the stats. What Bronson is doing in New York is crazy. 26, 3, 7.4, 49% from the field. I mean that's amazing. At one point, you have to remember they tried to get us to trade Cade for Jalen Brunson straight up. Remember that? We tried to trade for Jalen Brunson. I was against it. I ain't gonna lie, I definitely was wrong. But I wasn't trading Cade straight up for him. So that's what they was trying to do. Which would have been a huge mistake. And that's no disrespect to Jalen Brunson, right? So yeah, there's no disrespect to him. But then you check out what Anthony Edwards is doing, and they're having a transition period because small market teams can't afford. Well, they made a mistake by trading for Rudy Gobert. I think we all can admit that was a mistake. 27, 6, 4.6, 44% from the field. Amazing year for him per usual. But trading for Rudy Gobert was a mistake. I literally would have just, traded him for absolutely nothing in return and kept Cat. That's what I would have did. They probably couldn't even do that, get nobody to accept that. They probably couldn't even get anybody to accept that contract. And then you go with Cade doing, you see it, 26 points a game, maybe 1.1, almost 1 point less than, Anthony Edwards. Well, I say Anthony Edwards had 6 rebounds. They both averaging 6. Bronson 3, smaller guard. He averaging 9.3 assists. Anthony 4.6. Bronson, 7.4, and Cade is shooting 46% of the field. So obviously there is a case to be made for Cade, what he's doing, with probably not another big name. I mean, Anthony Edwards got Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo next to him. You know what I'm saying? And, Cade, he got some dogs next to him, but, you could argue his second best player, Jaden Ivey, is out. So you can make that argument. So, I mean, honestly, when you think about it, the rise they did, to me, I agree. I think you can make a case of what he's doing, putting him over Jalen Brunson as well, too. But with how many wins that Brunson got, I would just say I would make him second team. And I love Ant. But I think that franchise did him a disservice by trading Karl Anthony Towns and trading by Rudy Gobert, because that's why they had to trade Karl Anthony Towns. So I feel like that was a bad decision that they made. Then you go get Julius Randle, and Randle is just a ball dominant guy. It's so hard to find guys that guys mesh with as far as ball handlers. It's hard to find those guys that guys actually mesh with as ball handlers, or who can play without the ball and be effective without the ball on both sides of the floor. It's hard to find those guys. And Julius Randle is one of the tougher guys to play with because, he just loved to have the ball in his hand. He's good too, handle it, can shoot it, can rebound it. But I think they knocked him off his rockers by trading for Gobert and then eventually turning around and trading for Julius Randle. But, that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, I think K should be all team NBA number 2 if you're just keeping the traditional thing going. I agree with Bill Simmons. Yeah, if you're just going guards and point guards and then shooting guard, yeah, he should be the second best. What Lillard doing is great, in Milwaukee, but what he is good. But what Cade is doing, if they had a few more wins, he'd overtake Bronson too, in my humble opinion. So if he had a few more wins, he can overtake Bronson as well too, in my humble opinion. But that's just my opinion on it. My humble opinion on it. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link inscription. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole 9. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Peace.